Hello and welcome to this new video. It's been a year since we last uploaded our video of self-hosting AppFlowy with AWS, and today we have created a new video of self-hosting AppFlowy with Google Cloud Platform, and then later in the video we will also set up DNS configuration. So the first thing we need to do is to be on the AppFlowy official documentation site where you can follow this guide which jots down all the steps. The first thing we need to do is we need to go in our Google Cloud console. And in here, I want you to search for Compute Engine. Once you go in Compute Engine, I want you to click this Create Instance button. So once you do that, it will ask you steps for creating instance. So I'm going to say AppFlowy VM self-host, right? Then you can select any location you want to. So I'm going to select Zurich. You can select the zone if you want to. And now you have to select the machine type. So I'm going to keep this E2 selected, E2 medium, 2 CPU core, 2 CPUs and 1 4GB memory. That sounds good. And you can now go to the next step where you have to select an operating system. So we are going to select Ubuntu as our operating system. So let's select that. We'll keep this one. And we want to increase the size to 20 to 30 GB. So I'm going to go with 25 GB. And as you can see, now we have configured it. It's Ubuntu minimal, and then 25 GB is the storage, right? Do we need to do something else? Let's see. So yeah, we have increased the test size. Now we need to go to the networking and enable the HTTP and HTTPS traffic. Okay, so we have done that. Everything else you can leave as is. Let me just confirm it. Just create the instance. So let's create the instance now. So I've clicked create. Now it will take some time to create the instance. Machine is created. Now you can click this virtual machine, and now we want to sign in to our virtual machine. So there are multiple ways you can do that. So you can open a browser window and it will automatically sign you into your virtual machine, and it will open a terminal. But I want to do it using my own terminal. So for that, I'll have to I will click the view gcloud command. I will need the Google Cloud SDK for this. So only then I can run this command, right? So as you can see, I am here on the installing the Google Cloud CLI. So yeah, I already have Python installed, and let's try to go ahead. Now you can run this command to view what kind of architecture your machine uses. So mine uses ARM64. So then you can copy this command here and you can paste it here. And instead of the file name, you have to paste whatever your machine's architecture is. Based on that, you have to install that package, right? So as you can see, it has successfully installed, downloaded the SDK. Now we have to extract it. So we will again just click this, copy this, paste it here. And once again, we have to paste in the name of the file that we had. So I'm going to copy it again. I'm going to put it back. And now you can see that I have a new folder called Google Cloud SDK, right? So I will just cd into that. I unfortunately pasted the wrong location, so I can set here. And now I can just do, I can run the install.sh command using the shell script, right? Now you would enter the password of your computer. So I've entered that. It's taking some time. All these steps are not required for installing AppFlowy on Google Cloud. You can very easily sign in through your browser, and that will open a terminal inside your browser right away. But I just want to run it using my own terminal because, you know, if you're like an enterprise organization, you may not use the browser terminal. You may want to do it from your own terminal, right? So I'll wait for that. So I think everything is up to date. Let's see what are the next steps. If you update your path in the previous state, open a new terminal so that changes take effect. So I'll have to close this terminal and open it again. and I have to zoom in so that you guys can see very comfortably. And then you have to do the Google Cloud init command as well. So I will do that. And it says, yes, you are now authenticated with the Google Cloud CLI. So great. And you can see all my projects are here. That's wonderful. Please enter numeric choice or text value. So I'm going to pick the first project, current project. Do you want to configure default compute zone? No, that's fine. Okay, cool. Once all this is done, we can come back here and now we can copy this command. Is it copied? Yeah, copied. I'll paste this and it will ask me to enter a passphrase. Generating public. So this is the first time I'm entering a passphrase. So make sure you remember your passphrase. So I'm going to type in something and I'm going to type it again. So it uses it for key generation. So now a new SSH key will be generated and Google Cloud will notify your virtual machine that this is the SSH key that is used for authentication. Okay. Oh, nice. So as you can see now, I have logged into the actual machine. So as you can see, Mayur AppFlowy, and that is the name of the VM. So this was how you could sign in. And now let's go to the next steps, which is about installing Docker. And therefore, I'm just going to copy this command and I'm going to paste all of them here, which is going to install Docker. So everything seems to be installed. Let's verify our installation. Compose version is there. Now we have to enable the Docker. Okay. Let's add this user to the user group. What this will do is it will add this current user to the Docker group so that you don't have to run sudo for Docker related commands, right? Every time. And for that, you have to log out and log back in. Okay, so I have already logged out. And now I will again come here and I will again copy this command. And again in my terminal, I will just start a new terminal and zoom into it. And I will paste the Google Cloud command, right? And yeah, I'll have to enter the phrase, so enter it. And I am inside my virtual machine, right? Perfect. And you can see there is nothing right now in the machine. Next step is to install AppFlowy-Cloud. So I'm just gonna copy this command and paste it here. So you can see it's cloning AppFlowy-Cloud. Once that is done, we can cd into the AppFlowy-Cloud folder that is just created. And here you can see a lot of files that are there, which we will need. Okay, the next command is to create a .env file. So we will copy the example deploy.env file, which is here somewhere. Yeah, here. And we will create a new .env file with this, right? Vim is not installed on my machine, so we will install Vim using these commands. So come back here. Let's sudo install Vim. As you can see, it is successfully installed, and now we can do vim.env, and we are inside our env file. So one thing that I want to do here extra is I want to tackle this FAQ as well, which is complete domain configuration. So what we want to do is we want to run AppFlowy with a custom domain name. So if you're an organization, you probably want to do that rather than exposing your IPv4 address. So as you can see in our virtual machine, we have an external IP, but typically this IP address is ephemeral. Ephemeral meaning this is temporary. So if this machine was to, as you can see it here, it says ephemeral, right? So normally what you want to do is you just want to copy this and you want to paste it in your FQDN, and then you can access your AppFlowy from anywhere in the world by hitting this URL. But because it is temporary, it is ephemeral. If your machine resets, or if somehow you delete your machine, if you want to restart your machine, the next time it starts, it will have a new IPv4 address. So you want to reserve an IP address. You want a permanent IP address, which you can then add to your DNS record, so that you have a custom domain name set up for AppFlowy, right? So let's see what are the steps. So I have noted these steps in this page that I hosted with AppFlowy itself. I will link this. I will provide this link in the description. So very simple steps. We just have to go to the GCP console. Inside VPC network, we have to reserve an external IP address. Okay. So let's get started with that. So I will go here and I will search VPC networks. I type it here and then I click search, and you can see VPC networks is the result that comes up. And inside this, you have IP addresses. Once you are in an IP address, you can see there's a button here saying reserve external. So I will click that. And now here you want to enter the information. I'm just going to copy paste. I'm going to get standard, IPv4, regional. Make sure you select the same region where your machine is running attached to, and make sure you attach it to your virtual machine. Now, if you attach it to a virtual machine, it is not going to cost you anything. But if you leave it unattached, then it incurs a small charge for as long as you don't assign it to a machine, right? So make sure you do that. And then you click reserve. Yes, so the process is complete. Now you can see that a new IP address, external types IP address, which is IPv4, has been assigned to our machine. And that is amazing. So as you can see now, this is the IPv4 and it does no longer shows ephemeral. So that means it's a static IP address. I will just copy this, and now I want you to open any DNS provider that you have. So you might have Namecheap or GoDaddy. In my case, I use Cloudflare for my domain name. So I'm going to set up a new domain which will point to this, right? So as you can see, I have opened this here, and I will go in I want to add a new record, and we have to add a record. So I click add a record, and you can see there is an A here, and now I can add a name, which is going to be AppFlowy, and I'm going to add the IP address as well, right? And time to live is auto, which is fine. I don't mind that. So I have added that. You can see it points to different IP address than anything else. Usually it takes a little bit of time to get set up, but that's all right. And once that is done, then you can use it like this, whatever your domain is, and you can prefix it with AppFlowy. If you want to use a root domain, that also you can do. Like for example, AppFlowy has probably hosted it on their root domain. So AppFlowy owns this domain name, right? So you can do that as well if you want. In that case, you just have to leave the name as empty and everything else is the same, okay? So because we changed the IP address of our machine, I got automatically logged out. So the connection from my terminal broke. So therefore you want to again log into your machine. So I'm going to run the same command that we have, and then I'm going to enter the passphrase. This is pretty common because the IP address has changed. So yeah, now you're inside this machine. So the next step that we want to do is we want to configure our env file. So I'm going to go inside the env file. So I go in here, and as you can see, this is set to localhost. We want to change that to use our current domain. So you don't need to specify the scheme because the scheme is already specified here. To just enter the domain name. So I'm going to enter my domain name here. So I have entered the domain name, and again note that I'm not specified anything such as HTTP or anything because it is added here. As you can see, the scheme is here, and then the FQDN is also added. Okay, so yeah, that is pretty much it. And now we want to run all our Docker containers. Okay, so I'm going to run all of them. As you can see, it starts pulling them from the Docker hub, and once they will be pulled, they will start on their own. So we'll wait for that. So as you can see, everything is running. I forgot to add the detached flag. So now I have detached it, but that means everything is still running in the background. You can check that by checking what Docker processes are running by pasting this command, Docker PSA. And as you can see now, let me like minimize this a little bit. And you can see, oh, a few containers are unhealthy. The AI container is unhealthy, but we are not going to require it. But everything else seems to be healthy and running. All right. So now the next step is that we have to go to the admin portal, and the default credentials are admin@example and password. And let's try to now hit the URL which we have newly set it up. So appflowy.mayu/mahajan.com/console. So I will go on that URL, and it will take some time. But you can see now login pages appear here. So I will enter admin@example.com, and in the password is just a plain string password. That is this, and let's log in. Say not now. And as you can see, one admin user is created, and I am inside the admin portal. And look at how beautiful the UI for the admin portal is. There is some error, I don't know why is that, but that's fine. But you can see one seat is available for your users, and you can invite that user from here. Right now we haven't set it up SMTP, so to invite users we will need to set up SMTP or some kind of authentication. One last tip I will give you is, when you are setting up your env file, don't change the admin email and password. Keep it as admin@example and password, and then maybe once you are here, from here you can change the your account password. So from here I can change the password to something, and I can change the password. So now your admin account is successfully secured as well, and now it automatically logs you out, and now you have to enter that password. So as you know, my password was saved, so I log in and I can log back in. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, leave a thumbs up, leave your comments, let me know what if you are facing any difficulties. If you like the video, let me know as well.